Russia made extremely unrealistic demands that they have a veto over Ukraine's NATO membership, which NATO would never allow. They've massed 100,000 troops. They've got a loaded gun aimed at Ukraine right now. They've got lots of options, including a blockade in the Black Sea, further invasion in eastern Ukraine, and potentially even attacks all the way to Kiev. This is a very serious situation. Russia is trying to demonstrate that the United States and NATO do not have the wherewithal to defend a sovereign nation in what Russia considers to be its own sphere of influence.
Welcome to Around the World with Richard Ojeda, hosted by yours truly. In today's clip, we're going to discuss Ukraine, a country that has been in the news a lot lately and that most Americans, including the former president, couldn't point out on a map. And that says more about our public education system than it does about Ukraine, but that's a topic for another day. Although I have to admit, do we not teach geography in school anymore? Ukraine is in the news because Vladimir Putin is hell-bent on invading the sovereign nation and illegally annexing more of the country in the hopes of rebuilding the Soviet empire. It's ironic that Putin is so concerned about expanding Russia while he can't even provide for the citizens he already is responsible for. Russia's economy is in shambles, rising energy costs from a country that produces nothing but energy, leaving many economists shaking their heads wondering, how did he manage to even screw that up that bad? Now, I want to caution the United States senators on both sides of the aisle from speaking up too much about this subject. With all due respect, senators, we have one commander-in-chief, and when it comes to all matters foreign policy related, it is only the president whose opinion matters. 81 million of us voted for President Biden because we believe in his leadership, not just on the home front, but across the globe. I do not like it when people toss the word lethal aid around like it's candy. Lethal aid is a very serious subject, and I do believe that if Russia invades, all options should be on the table, short of us putting U.S. boots on the ground. That would be catastrophic and something President Biden would never allow to happen. Now, you know I hate the right-wing propaganda clown show they call Fox, but this time they really outdid themselves. They're trying to put the blame of Russia gearing up to invade Ukraine on President Biden. And how is that? Vladimir Putin has been preparing for this for years, long before President Biden was ever sworn in. Putin publicly talks about his goals of rebuilding the USSR, even when many of the nations that made up the Soviet Union want nothing to do with Russia, including Ukraine. The way we deal with Russia is to follow President Biden's lead. He's already doing the right things. He's already told Putin directly to his face that we will not be playing games and that we take this very seriously. The president is also building an international alliance that will back the United States in whichever direction the president decides to go. And we have our Secretary of State en route to the region to speak face-to-face with counterparts in Russia to let them know how serious we are taking this. Ultimately, Putin is going to do what dictators do. And I'm grateful that we have a president that is not really keen on World War III like most Republicans seem to be. And this story is not over yet. So hit the subscribe right now, and I will have plenty more to say on this subject. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.